Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Congrats. You made it through the first week of online courses at CSU. We're moving forward. We're in week 11 or week 2 of our new online course. And just wanted to take a minute to say hi and let you know what we have in store for us this week. So the first thing, and probably arguably the most fun thing, is we're going to take out our cameras, whether that's your cell phone camera or if you have access to a DSLR camera, please feel free to use it. And we're asking you to film a short interview with someone that you live with or you are in close contact with during these stay-at-home times. So one thing to think about from last week is this idea of stories having a beginning, a middle, and an end. And Ira Glass, who's a host for a radio talk show, it's basically like an audio version of a film called This American Life. I'm not sure if any of you are fans of that podcast. He talks a lot about storytelling and how, you need to think in the beginning, like, what is your story about? About with a capital A. Like, if you had to kind of summarize it, what essentially is the story's essence? What is it, A with a capital A, about? A second thing is thinking about when you ask someone to tell stories in an interview, usually they're telling anecdotes about things that happened. And, it may be as simple as, your roommate woke up and the house was very, very quiet. And he sat up and he listened. And the house was very, very quiet. Nothing's really happening in the story, right? There's a person, they wake up, the house is quiet, they listen, it's still quiet, but there's sort of a sequence of action of this happened, then this happened, then this happened, and it drives the story forward. There's things happening within a space of time. So thinking about when you're asking questions to the person you're interviewing, trying to get that series of actions coming out in their testimony. The last component for the interview that you really want to think about when you get out your cameras is ultimately, why do we care about the story? Like, why does it matter? Why should we listen to it? There should be some sort of like silver lining at the end, some sort of take-home message that makes it all worth our time. Like, there's a reason why we listen to this, and we feel like our time wasn't just robbed from us in listening to it at the end of the day. So, if you're interviewing, say, your mom about cooking during times of quarantine and having to figure out a new way of making food and eating when access is limited, at the end, like, why is that important? Why is it relevant to our lives? Why should we care? So those are kind of 3 things that you should think about when you're going in and doing those interviews. And there's a lot more information in this module about filming tips and fun how-to tutorial videos and lots of great resources in the week 11 module, so check them out. The other thing I wanted to let you know about is we have a quiz this week instead of a discussion board. We didn't want to overload you, so basically take the quiz, open book, open note, you have as much time as you need. The idea is to really just wrestle with the content and study up on video production. So that's due by Sunday night at midnight. And then the last thing is LinkedIn Learning. Those tutorials we'll be posting, and you should really dive into Adobe Premiere Pro, or if you don't have access, Adobe Premiere Rush. So pick which program you want to use, and we encourage you to use Premiere Pro if you have access and your system will run it, because that's the program that you'll be using in other classes down the line, and it's a great thing to know if you're moving into this industry. So I think that's it in a nutshell. A lot more in the module, just have fun, dive in, good luck, and keep us posted on how you're doing and what you need.